Venetians were unhappy with Jeff Bezos' supersized wedding, and they made it known this past weekend. So it began a few days ago with this banner: if you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax. And that banner caught CNN's attention. As you can see here, it was a 3-day, $50 million wedding. Now, some estimates say that it cost as much as $100 million. But it wasn't just that single banner unfurled in the center of the square there. There were actually individual posters plastered all throughout the city. According to Forbes, Venice locals protest billionaire Jeff Bezos as Italian wedding looms. And you can see here the poster, which says no space for Bezos, is literally plastered on a grate, making it harder to remove, and it was all over the city. Now, I don't know if this is on purpose, but in case there are other fellow fantasy fans up there, the text around Jeff Bezos' head kind of looks like the text on the One Ring. It's Lord Sauron, the Dark Lord Sauron's evil ring in the Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, is that just a coincidence, or was that just a funny design there, and they're trying to evoke that feeling? Now, if those posters weren't enough, some people actually took matters into their own hands and started hanging banners throughout the city. Here's just one of them. This one reads, the 1% ruins the world. And this guy, the one who put it up, actually got arrested.
We were protesting for Jeff Bezos' wedding and for what it symbolized, the injustice of the world. We have no future in Venice for the climate crisis, and the super rich multi-billionaires are not paying taxes, even though they have way more responsibility than us common citizens. And it's completely nonsense that the few Venetians that are here in Venice are treated like this when they peacefully protest. It makes no sense.
I totally understand their anger. I just don't understand when, Jeff Bezos is a citizen of the United States. Is he personally going to be paying taxes in Venice? Just wondering how that works out. Now, the protesters actually made things 3D. They moved beyond 2D. They moved beyond just the posters and the banners. They actually started making mannequins that they put all throughout the city. Now, these mannequins were strategically placed all throughout Venice in high traffic areas, either areas where there were a lot of tourists, obviously in the canalways, and then some of them were even placed within Bezos' line of sight. This one right here, obviously, of Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Bezos on the toilet. And the message, obviously, that they're sending is one criticizing his wealth, or not necessarily the fact that he's been successful, but how he chooses to use his money. And I think we're going to get into it later in the video, but just the hypocrisy, right? Because this entire crowd has been lecturing us about climate change, and yet they all flew in on their private jets, 90 to 100 private jets coming into Venice, which is a sinking city. The exact same crowd who's been lecturing us about climate change. And how many of them are actually really close friends? When you think of a wedding, you're thinking it's just your closest family, those who mean the most to you. And when I say family, not just blood family, but like, your friends who are your ride or die, right? Now, those mannequins, I think, are a little outdated. In case those protesters want a refresher, here's what Jeff Bezos actually looks like from the Daily Mail, 2018, what Jeff Bezos looks like naturally. Then in 2021, once he started getting all this filler and plastic surgery, and even today he looks different because he's so muscular. And it makes you wonder, is he actually working out, or is it steroids on top of all of that? And Lauren Sanchez, it's even more obvious, right? The left side, her natural beauty, and then on the right side, just totally made up. And personally, I prefer what's on the left compared to what's on the right. The right just looks fake and manufactured, and hey, no judgment. If that's what makes you happy, truly makes you happy, go for it. But I have to wonder if that's really her decision, or if Jeff Bezos is making her do that, or if this is what they think they have to do to be cool and popular, if it's all for public relations, right? Because part of you wonders, is this wedding really for you personally? Did you have to spend this much? Did you have to be this extravagant? to make your vows to one another? Or is this all a PR stunt? Just wondering. And that's why Venetians are so angry. Another protest here, you'll see two people, obviously representing Bezos and Sanchez, standing up on stilts, which is why they're really tall, and then these people on their knees wearing media, government, business. I'm not sure what that other one says, but they're on their knees and they're on leashes. The message here being that Jeff Bezos controls all of them and they're all bowing down to him. Now, there were actually protests similar to like the BLM protests, except no violence. But according to the Chicago Tribune, kisses yes, Bezos no, protesters say, as Bezos' wedding bonanza stirs controversy in Venice. And you can see the massive, massive crowd there. Here is just some footage from that. And some people actually got to heckling Jeff and Lauren when they're on a boat. We'll get to that here in a few seconds.
Again, together, nice, nice, thank you.
It just makes you wonder, though, what was their carbon footprint? How many emissions went out for this wedding, right? Again, from the people who've been lecturing us about how we need to conserve, yet here it's just extravagance. It really is the modern day let them eat cake moment. And what's really ironic here, so many of these people were critical of Jeff Bezos, right? Because so many of the tech bros went to President Trump's inauguration, and the very same people criticizing him. I mean, hey, there's Oprah, the very same people saying, oh, why are you bowing down to Trump? Now they're here, they're celebrating. They want to be seen arm in arm. They want to be, at the cool kids table. And in fact, one of the people who's been spearheading the climate change movement, Leonardo DiCaprio, was also at the wedding. Here he is disembarking. Actually, a lot of celebrities disembarking and arriving. So a lot of whoever created this calls them villains. And yeah, no, I mean, they're just all extravagant. Here's Leonardo DiCaprio with his hat down as if, is he really afraid of the paparazzi? If anything, I think he's ashamed to be seen knowing that he flew in on his private jet. By the way, a private jet, your emissions there are going to be anywhere from 5 to 14 times what they would be on a commercial plane. So these exact same people who were criticizing Bezos and also lecturing us about climate change, oh boy, talk about the hypocrisy. Bezos' wedding draws 90 private jets and a global who's who to Venice. Last but not least, they also threw a foam party on I think it was a $50 million yacht, or maybe 500 million. We'll see here what it says here. And $500 million mega yacht, yeah, foam party. And I just have a hard time believing that the paparazzi just so happened to be there. A lot of cases when this happens, they actually call the paparazzi or they give them an anonymous tip to make sure that they get photographed and videoed partying all along. And look, again, let me explain. I don't care how people spend their money. I am not jealous that Jeff Bezos is rich. And I'm not even one of those people that says, oh, he's not paying his fair share of taxes and he needs to pay more. For me, it's more about the hypocrisy of you guys lecture us about how we need to be more sustainable, about how we're ruining the planet, yet you throw this giant wedding for yourselves. And this wedding, I mean, weddings are supposed to be, or I think they should be intimate. Sure, you want to celebrate. It's a happy occasion. It's a lifetime milestone, right? And you're going to celebrate with your family and friends. But are you really that close with Oprah and Leo and all these other celebrities? A lot of these A-list super rich people just invite people for the PR, right? Apparently, when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were getting married, that's exactly what they did. They sent out wedding invitations to people they didn't even know. And I found out just the other day that Reese Witherspoon was actually invited to their wedding. And she turned it down because she said, I don't know you. I've never met you. I don't know you. I have no relationship with you. Why would I go to your wedding? So kudos to Reese Witherspoon. I have a lot of respect for her after hearing that. I mean, it just, I think it really is the ultimate let them eat cake moment, not just for Bezos, but for all these celebrities who go in and just want to boost themselves and make them seem more important than they really are. But as always, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's going on in the world, and I would love to hear from you. So if you got an invitation to Jeff Bezos' supersized wedding, would you go? Yes or no? Why or why not? Let me know down in the comments below. Personally, I don't think I would go, though a large portion of my internal monologue would probably be debating it, saying, well, should I go just for the spectacle? Should I go just to like witness history just to see it? And if I did go, I certainly would not be flying in on a private jet, but honestly, I would probably feel awkward and feel like the odd man out, and so for that reason, I wouldn't go. I just wouldn't feel at home. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.